What's good, y'all? And welcome to my review of this week's episode of My Hero Academia. And also, guys, a quick announcement. Expect a movie review sometime today on either Stephen King's It, the 2017 version, or Assassin's Bodyguard. But it's probably going to end up being Stephen King's It, because it's been kind of a pain in the ass to let finally convince my parents to let me see that movie. I'm 17 now, so watch our movies now, but whatever. So it's probably gonna be Stephen King's It, but for the small chance it's Assassin's Bar, which I hope it is, because I love me some Samuel L. Jackson. But anyway, so this week's episode of My Hero Academia, we saw the rest, or some of the other practical exams from some of the other students in UA. We're gonna see them. So we first started with where we ended up last week with Sue and what's the dude's name? And Tokoyami. So they pretty much went against, I forget the teacher's name, but he pretty much can summon, I think it was I forget exactly what he summons out of his mouth, but he can pretty much create clones of himself. Up to 30, and if he sings, he can summon up to 36. And then pretty much what they did, Tokoyami uses Dark Shadow, throws Sue up into a higher platform to where all the so they can avoid all the clones. And then when Sue gets far up the air, Sue grabs her tongue, grabs Tokoyami, and then just throws him back up there. And throws them over where they're going. And pretty much the rest of their match was pretty much them just killing the shadows, get rid of them until they get around to where the exit is, where they find where he summons this giant, huge clone, Godzilla-sized clone, huge. So pretty much, and so he eats them or something, and then they get just pretty much just stuck in his body where they pretty much just can't move. So Tokoyami uses Dark Shadow because just to see if he can cross the finish line, because it's part of him, it's his quirk, so it still counts. So he tries to do that, but they have a fight, and then Sue says, "Hey, I got this idea. Good, I need you to have Dark Shadow grab this." And so Dark Shadow grabs what was out of Sue's hands, and we find out that was actually the handcuffs, because we find out that apparently Sue can, eat stuff. It can take in and take out stuff in her stomach at will, I guess. I don't know if frogs can actually do that, if real frogs can do that, but yeah, it's interesting. So she could she ate the handcuffs immediately just in case this would ever happen. And then we get to Ida and tail guy, I forget the dude's name. Pretty much the same thing happens with them. They were pretty much just going against this mech. This power agency that can go underground and just and destroy roads. So Edith pretty much just speeding through, and then he pretty much just jumps up the air when the majority of the floor just collapses under them, and Edith has the dude's tail wrap around his leg, and he spins it around, then throws him over to the exit, which they pass. So then we get to the meat. Then we get to the meat of this episode. We get to Ida. Not Ida. We get to Todoroki and Momo. So we start this off with them in an alleyway, and Ida's Todoroki's pretty much just telling Momo, his parent, hey, just create something small in case, so we know if it's a cork stuff, we know Eraser has sky looks, Eraser can erase corks and be stairs at you. So Momo's okay, and then Jack, and while we're right through this alleyway, Todoroki's hey, get started already. I'm and Momo's okay. Todoroki, bro. So the things she connects are those Russian dolls, the ones that you can collapse into each other. I forget exactly what their name is, but they're Russian dolls, pretty much. And she has to put a few on her belt, I think around 6 of them, which we'll find out why she did that later. And so she just keeps having them pretty much just come out of her, just to know if Eraser has close. So while Momo is having these Russian dolls come out of her, eventually she stops and Todoroki, and she's telling Todoroki, hey, you came up with a plan, blah blah, that's great. And he's it's nothing special. And then we see when they pretty much just stop. Momo tells him oh yeah, it's nothing special, but in the cavalry battle, I was just doing whatever you told me to do, and I couldn't do anything against Tokoyami, which. I swear to God, the sports supposed to have broken Momo, really bad, because I swear to God, her confidence has reached Shinji Ikari levels. If you see the Evangelion, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Like seriously, and like there's other parts in the episode which I'll get talking about those in a sec, where you could like see where she like doesn't like where she literally cannot think for herself. She doesn't have enough confidence, like favorable point. She's like always second guessing herself, and I'm like, did Shinji Ikari put your like did you swap out for Shinji or something? Anyway, so Todoroki eventually knows that she stopped having the things come out, which we find that Eraser was just like right on top of them. So so Eraser grabs Todoroki, gets him, and then like gives him a little bandage and tells Momo to run. And so Eraser gets him up on this pole, and pretty much gets him up on this pole. And pretty much just has him holding it until Todoroki says like, hey, I can go through your stage, no problem. Well, it's because he already blinked and put some eye drops in his eye because he already blinked. Because that's when you get your quirk back. That's how Eraser's quirk works, if I remember correctly. And they put like these like little like I don't know like what they're putting like these like a sharp object. And this is when you really start to mean what I'm saying, like her confidence is like Shinji levels. So she's like, Bryce, it's not okay, Todoroki. And he's giving, Eraser's on her ass, and then he grabs her with and then she better quirk his away, so she like creates like this like iron cylinder pretty much to get out of it. And she keeps running, then eventually she turns back to Todoroki and Eraser, and we see Eraser has this little monologue where he's talking about like, she still has that she's still a kid, like she's still the age of a 15-year-old girl, and that maybe I should help her bring better confidence. That's not my job right now. So she rushes towards Todoroki. And until she gets to Todoroki, and then Todoroki's like, yo, Razorhead's coming, run! And she's like, and he sees her coming by, and she's like, what should I do? Should I run? Should I help him? And you could tell by like the way she looks in the anime that she has no idea what the fuck she's doing. That her confidence is completely like I said, it has reached Shinji levels. And so Todoroki then tells her you have a plan, right? And pretty much says later on, he says like, when you were voting in classroom, you had 2 votes, right? One of them was mine because I thought you'd be good at a job. When I saw that, I was like, I ship him at this point. I now have my answers on why people, because if you guys have seen my reviews, as you notice, I've been commenting on the occasion about the Todoroki and Momo pairing. That's more like a more recent pairing in the Hiroaka universe, or at least in the fandom, in the fandom of Hiroaka. And after season, I was like, yep, I ship him. So then after Todoroki, I guess, brings back, after Todoroki, that probably brought Momo's confidence back up to probably where it is now, back to where it was before the sports festival. And so pretty much then she actually says that she had a plan since the beginning. So you remember those like 6 Russian dolls she put on her belt? She tosses them up right because the Rachel's like right on top of her, and there were actually flash grenades in them. So she uses that to blind them. She gets Todoroki off from the ground, and then she tells him I've had a plan just to beat Eraserhead. And the first plan is just to get out of it, to run away and get out of his field of view. But Eraserhead's already erased Todoroki's torque. He couldn't use his fire, so the princess like keep running. And she tells him keep checking your eyes till he gets. So Eraser then throws one of his bandages at Todoroki. He blinks, and Todoroki has his eyes. That's when then he does that giant ice wall he did in the sports festival. And so after Todoroki does that giant ice wall, he's like, alright, I used this into Quirkus. So, and he turns around, Momo's is summoning, I guess it's I don't know exactly what it is, like a rope type, it's pretty much Eraserhead's bandages. I don't even know what the exact term for those things are. And she's the chest, and it's coming out of her chest, and she kind of moves her clothes a bit. So Rogue looks at her, she's like, so Mr. Eraserhead's weapon. Yeah, she says she has this material woven into it to help capture him, and she builds a slingshot, and then she pretty much just tells her this is our plan. We're gonna use this to capture him. It's like, okay, no complaints here. And so she gets these. So Eraser knows these 2 people in cloaks running away. Now, he thinks that's Todoroki and Momo, but actually it was just Momo holding 2 sticks with with the cloaks over him, and then about to hit the slingshot, but she misses, but she doesn't hit it with enough pressure. She is off a bit because he noticed, or maybe just noticed it too fast for her, because it just looked like she kind of when she put it down, when she went down to release it, looked like she was like she missed a bit. I don't know. But so he dodges it, goes back, she hits it again, then Todoroki hits him with his flames, and where we see it in the material, I think it was some kind of iron or something. I'm not exactly sure what the exact, but it pretty much is this material that that's pretty much just hardens when it's melted or when it's exposed to heat. So use that to pretty much capture them, and then they win. And so yeah, and so after that, raised her head, and then Todoroki's like, so you did that on purpose, right? Actually, Todoroki said it when Momo asked him, did you get captured on purpose? And he says, oh no, I moved out of the way because I thought he would freeze me. and then Todoroki tells Momo, thanks, and she starts crying, and then my dude Todoroki is like, hey, you sick? It's like, no, it's nothing. Like, if you're nauseous, you should go see a doctor. I'm like, my dude Todoroki. Jesus Christ, you're just about as dense as Naruto. She's crying, dude. Oh man. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much what, after the end credits happened, we see Uraraka's match up, which we don't see pretty much any of it other than the ending where her, Uraraka, and the wannabe French guy pretty much holding on to these I can't think of the word I'm looking for, barriers, I guess, poles, holding these poles because they're going against the astronaut person that can suck people in through her fingers and shit. So and she's thinking to herself, what would Deku do in the situation? And the French guy asks her straight up, yo, are you thinking what Deku would do in the situation? And then he asks her straight up, do you like him? Straight up. Just doesn't, I'm not paraphrasing, no, that's those for as well. He said, do you like him? But she asked him straight up. Well. Next week's gonna be an interesting episode, I guess. Does that make Uraraka and Deku's canon now? So yeah, guys. So that's gonna be it. So next week's gonna be very interesting to see if we're gonna see Uraraka. I bet she's gonna deny it. She's gonna decide 200 oh yeah, I don't like Deku like that. I don't like him like that. No. We're just friends. Even though we know she's full of shit. But yeah, guys. And then next week it's still no news on Deku and Bakugo's match against All Might. They're probably saying that for the last episode of Hero Academia Season 2. But I'm hoping next week we do see, maybe the rest of Uraraka's match, as well as, her response to that French dude's questions. Because that's gonna be some interesting shit. So yeah, guys. Overall, I give this episode a 9 out of 10. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did, subscribe if you're new, follow me on Instagram, Twitter if you feel like it, and as always, come back for more. See